Welcome to Marvel Street's 2.1 Breakfast Show. Your unconventional cup of damn, is that hashish? Right here on ILoveMarvel.live.
No, I'm not letting that one slide, right? You do know I'm not letting that. What was that? Were you DJing there? She was trying to DJ, basically.
No, it was actually. Let's
You were trying to DJ.
I was trying to DJ.
Miguel.
Then I flopped. Sorry.
It's fine. Anyway, this is the Vibe Zone. Anyway, we can excuse you in terms of that. Shout out, by the way, to each and every single person that's currently joining us right now. Yes, man. It is the 29th of April right now, guys. The Central African time. We are currently live all the way in Melville, Johannesburg. You're currently listening to Marvel Street. And where my streeters at, man? I miss all my streeters, man. I haven't been chatting to my streeters for a while now, man. It's been a minute, man. It's been a freaking minute. Anyway, it's been a minute since I last saw the Cookie Monster also.
Oh, yeah.
My boy, joined in by Cookie Monster also coming through.
You onto the phone, yeah?
Yeah, what are you really calling your hand?
Just so she can see me at work while I'm going in. Sure, I can know myself.
Wow. Okay. All right. Chilled, man. So anyway, Cookie Monster joining me right now also, and I've got none other than Untitled, who's also joining me. And we have a tech lady also, Mapagisha, joining us also. No, don't do that.
Okay, don't do that.
Don't do that. Kitty, don't do that. Like, what are you doing?
Kitty,
what are you doing? Kitty,
don't do that. Oh my God.
What are you doing? Mama
They told. I saw them yesterday. They told. Shout out.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Anyway, we're going to be having a fantastic hour. This is the Vibe Zone. One last hour of the show also. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me. We were talking about, in the first hour, the different type of bosses that are out there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And what do people actually think about that? And what kind of boss do you think you're going to be when you start your own company? And which type of business are you going to start? So Ntato already told me that he's going to obviously be in the media and entertainment industry, and he wants to start into events and activations. I want to find out from you, Cookie Monster, what kind of business are you going to start?
What kind of business? I don't want to start a business, Tato.
Yeah.
I'm not business minded.
Yeah. But if you have to invest, then
if I had to invest, I've always wanted to help like bums, like hobos and stuff.
No, we go down bums, like strippers. I'm like, wow, that's a good motivation, man.
No.
That sounds just like you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but for real, like I've always wanted to help hobos. Like I wanna, like it hurts me, especially in winter.
Yeah.
You know, when I look at these guys, I've always wanted to like open like a little shelter where we can give them skills so that they can like reincorporate themselves back into society because they've forgotten how to be human after all. So I want to do that. But I'm going to be a cool boss, you know? People going to be like, hey, boss, I don't feel like coming to work. And I'm like, dog, it's okay. Someone's going to be like, I'm hungry. Let's use the business I come from work. I'm not built for business.
Yeah.
But if I were to go to business, I think it would be the business of changing other people.
You reckon that you're too soft, basically?
Basically, I'm way too soft, bro.
Yeah,
I'm so soft. I'm a sponge, bro. Like, I'm just soft.
I just want to say shout out also, by the way, to Shamiso, also, baby girl Shamiso, the one I started Melville Street with. Yeah. Shout out to you, by the way.
The fine, light skin. Shamiso. Bro, is she on the live right now?
Well, she's on my live.
Tell Shamiso, you have a boy called Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster says you are so fine. My boy actually tried hitting her up.
Wow.
My boy sent her a DM.
Yeah.
And she minds my boy. She left him on the scene.
Yeah.
And I always say, when I become a celebrity and I bump into him in public, when you want to curve the most handsome man on this planet, people go calm. But it's fine, Shamiso. We move on.
Yeah.
We move on.
And you heard it, girl. Like, you heard it. That's your life right now. Anyway, we are going to be having a fantastic show today, guys. We are talking about business and then, or not business, but being a boss. And I like how Cookie Monster just actually explained from his side that what kind of boss he's going to be. So, frankly, Cookie Monster, out of all the guys that we named, which box does he tick? He can't be the Maitreya, though.
No. That other one, that was the cool guy.
The cool guy.
The bumbler.
Yeah, the Bambler.
Yeah, the bumbler. Yeah, the bumbler.
Okay.
Which is exactly what he just said as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
A bumbler is that one that when he moves also,
Yeah.
he promotes also at the same time.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
like always just promoting people. Just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, you look good. That thing looks good on
Promotion!
you. You promoted.
Oh my God! You were. Oh my
Damn,
God! Give her a
girl.
raise. Give her a raise.
Dang girl, those heels. Come
Those
to my
heels.
office, man.
Come to my office. Let's talk about this.
Okay, I feel like those chats in that office. Those are not. You see, that's the thing. I think that you'd be that boss that you'd have a hot
Issue number one.
a hot secretary.
Hot secretary, hot PA.
Number one.
Yep.
The
When
whole
I had
staff
a-
room.
When I had a production company, you know, when Vaporwave Media was still like
Mhm.
fire.
Yeah.
We used to have like interviews for roles, right?
Yeah.
Auditions for roles.
Yeah.
So my friend would always say to me, "Dog, go Uber, bro. What's come shit, bro? Every freaking what's come shit." And I'm like inside, I'm trying my best. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Just habitual.
But there's an animal in me that's like, yo, hit on her. She's the talent. She needs this. Hit on her.
The talent.
She's the talent. And I end up just doing it. But I'm different now.
So Shamis also wanted to find out or see who you are. Yeah, that's the guy.
You're not
there.
showing me. You're not showing me.
Okay, there you are. Cool.
Oh,
you have
yeah.
it. All right. Shut
That
up.
was really not enough. Should probably
well.
even get my good angles there.
She'll get your good angles on
Why
your show.
don't you flip the camera, Tato?
On your show, she'll get the good angles.
Ew.
Not now. Okay, fine. Key. Shamis, that's the guy right there.
Do I look nice? Are my cheekbones showing? You see I'm wearing like crystals.
Yeah, boy.
All right, cool guys. This is not about you guys.
Yellow
Okay?
bone-
This is not
Yellow
about you
bone
guys.
things.
Please.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us. For those who just joined us, this is I Love Melville Live, and you're currently tuned into Melville Street's 2.1 Breakfast Show. And well, this is the unconventional part of the show. I've got none other than Cookie Monster, who's going to open his mouth anytime soon.
Yes,
and
you
we
know
have
it.
Tato also, who's
Yeah,
just basically,
boy.
who's just, oh, dude, he's just chilled, bro.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, boy.
I want to
May
ask
his
you
soul rest in
something.
peace, by the way.
Tato,
Yeah,
I want to ask you something. We're talking about bosses right now, right? We're talking about leaders and all of that.
yeah, man. Yeah.
And you are a person who found yourself in a leadership role, right?
Yeah.
In a leader-like role.
Yeah.
Now, from your own opinion, what sort of boss do you think you are?
Nice one.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm that boss that's I want everyone to basically reach their potential.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that there are different strokes for different folks.
Mhm.
I worry too much about my own people to the point that I put them first before me. I'm that kind of person. Like even right now with the Shenders, right now, you know what I mean? I put my people first before anything else. And
Good.
I feel like maybe a lot of people would say that maybe that's not good for business. You know what I mean? For the fact that you sympathize quite a lot with your people. You know, that's one of the reasons why I seriously, firing someone. I don't know like what it will take for me to fire you. You know what I mean? Like you need to seriously do. You need to basically, I don't know, man, like do the worst out of the worst. There's so many of the guys in the station that have been screwing up and have been taking the blame for each and every single one of them. Each and every single one of them. The most ironic thing is that even those individuals that are taking blames off are some of the people right now who have a different take, who have never even showed gratitude. You know what I mean? But we move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I've always been that person, man. I've always put people first before me. You know what I mean? To the point that I've actually harmed myself in the process of doing that. And I don't think it's going to change. The only thing that's going to change is my director behind it. The way I direct myself right now. Like in terms of Ingenious, for instance, my current company right now.
Yeah.
Right. The way I work there with my team that I work there right now, I've got like a group of smart individuals, right? Very intelligent young individuals who, if they would go on a wrong turn, I'll speak to them and I have a one-on-one with them. I'm like, okay, dude, but don't do that. You know what I mean? I would want to show that the staunch part about me, because I feel like if I'm gonna be too soft on you, you're gonna walk all over me.
Okay, look, now there's this saying that everyone who aspires to be rich says, right?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as an ethical billionaire, right?
Yeah, no.
And what they mean is you can't be a good person and expect to make
big money.
So
Yeah.
do you think because of how you're speaking and how you view people who work around you, do you think that is something that's going to make it plausible for you to make money in the future?
Yeah, man. You know what? I will tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I understand when people say that, and I do understand where they're coming from when they're like, there's no such thing as an ethical billionaire, right? But that's the thing. I don't just want to be a billionaire. I want to leave behind a legacy. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
My heart is in a good place in terms of what I'm trying to do in my life and with the people that I'm touching it. If I'm focusing on just, I want to be a billionaire and make money, then fuck it, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the most unethical businessman ever. Yeah. But at the end of the day, what I want to do is that I want to make millionaires.
Yeah.
I want to make billionaires. You know what I mean? I want to be that person that rolls around that. But yes, I do have to have that hardness. I do have to have that hardness. But I won't let other people's quotations and codes and stuff and philosophies determine my own philosophy and my own success on my own road.
Yeah.
It's my road. It's my destiny. It might have worked for someone else. It might have worked for Bill Gates to be a douchebag, to be successful.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I have to be a douchebag in order for me to be successful.
Yeah.
I can be successful without being a douchebag by just being tattooed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the difference about people, is that you are reading these books as like Donald Trump. You are reading these books of these multimillionaire people, and you're trying to basically take their directives and the way they are doing things out of their success, but you're not doing it the way you want to do it. If you look at those people's stories and you read their stories, they will tell you that they didn't follow anyone else's footsteps. They did it on their own footsteps, on their own accord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me on my side, yes, I've learned a lot of things from previous endeavors, basically, you know, of running a business, where it's like, okay, my softness gets, people walk over my softness at times. And it's not softness more than me just trying to help you. But at the end of the day, I always want to get your potential out there. What do I always tell you after a Snoop session, you guys?
That we did good.
But then what do I say?
Don't take it too hard. Something. Be
It's
strong.
not personal.
Yeah, don't be personal. I'm
No.
just trying to make you guys better.
Yeah.
What Lenswe, and then I sit there like,
Keep it up.
man.
Do
Fuck
better
this, man.
tomorrow.
How you gonna break me like this? Then say do better. You know. But
You get what I'm saying?
I get you.
One of the reasons why there would be says, like, after Snoop sessions, and I would have those conversations with you guys, that you are better than your previous performance. And that you would come back and you'd be like, yo, dog, we killed it. I'm like, yeah, you killed it, but you can do better.
And we do better.
And then you do better. But it's my approach towards you guys on doing it better. Instead of me actually coming, there's different approaches for different folks, dog.
Yeah.
Like right now, you could actually, maybe you do something. It's one thing that I don't want to get into is that when it comes to people that my employees or people that work with me, I always say you work with me. You know, I don't want to consider you as saying that you are my employee. We work together. That's the kind of you know, leader that I am in all my companies. Is that we work together. You know what I mean? Do you need to know? You need to know what you have to do. The task that I give you, make sure you get your task done. If you have something better that you can bring up forth, then bring it forth. But I want you to work with an energy that when you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to work.
Yeah.
Not, oh crap, I'm going to work.
Damn. That's right. That's correct. Actually.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any growth whatsoever in a company when someone's gonna wake up and feeling forced to be at work. Then someone is like, man, I am happy I am going to work. That you end up waking up even 2 hours before
Yeah.
because you're so
Leave
excited.
work later because you like that place.
Because of the energy, you're so excited. There's a comment here, Shamish was like, bruh, but you used to fire me every 30 minutes. I used to fire you every 30 minutes because you used to mess up every 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
We can't be working with people who mess up.
You know what I mean?
Can't be.
Because at the end of the day, man, you need to look at your reputation. You need to look at what you're basically trying to drive in. You know, so for me, that's the kind of leader that I feel like if I would give everyone an advice, man, like I don't care if you're a multimillionaire and you're a multi-billionaire, and it's don't walk around with your nose held high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't think that you're superior than the next person because you got more money than that person.
Yeah.
And as a person who's beneath, don't ever think you're inferior to someone else. Don't ever let someone make you feel worthless. You know your worth, you know your value, you know what you can bring onto the table. If you let anyone make you feel worthless or disvalued, you have just taken a huge chunk of your own. That's your success been tripped by someone else.
Sure.
Girls, I hope y'all listening to this man because he's coming at you with Instagram quotes right now. He's coming in fire words that y'all gotta take into your life every day. That's some true stuff, man.
Yeah.
I want to talk about my previous boss. It doesn't matter which station it was, but my previous boss.
Yeah.
Great boss, guys. Great lady, amazing. But she never thought about the employees, us, the radio DJs, and the other producers. She never thought about us, right? So what happened was when we started working there, right, we used to get paid. And then out of nowhere, one day the salary just disappeared. So we complained like, yo, why are we not getting paid? It's been 3 months now. He's like, yo, our company doesn't have money. We're trying to get advertising, you know, just so we can bring in more money. And then we're like, okay, cool, whatever. We're good kids, we believe.
Yeah.
And then she buys a new whip. She buys a new car, this lady. Okay, whatever. She moves into a new apartment. She starts buying furniture. I'm like, whoa, hold up. We haven't been getting paid. What's wrong with you? Okay, whatever. There's some competition that we win, right? That the station won. We got 50,000 rand, right?
Yeah.
We didn't see that 50,000. We were told that 50,000 is gonna be like, some of it's gonna be put into the station, some of it's gonna be split within the team.
Yeah.
We still ain't see that money.
But that money was supposed to be split onto the team, the whole 50,000.
Yeah.
Forget even the station. No, I'm serious.
We didn't see none of it though. We didn't see none, and that was a horrible boss. Like the environment at work was great because we loved working with each other. We were a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
But she was just a horrible, selfish boss, man. Nah, man.
Yeah.
And I hated that, bro. Don't be that boss.
I don't think that's basically in my blood anyway. To the point that even some of the deals that I made was to make sure that all of the people that I work with, they get paid first before I get paid. Right now, I'm running solo.
It's all good, bro. It's all good, bro.
So you're paying yourself
it's
before
gonna be
anybody.
good.
Before
it's gonna be
anything.
good.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. But no, man. On the real though, we are talking about different types of bosses. Also, very interesting stuff that Cookie has just brought up. Also, guys. So here's the other one: the buzzword boss. Now, the buzzword boss loves his designer clothing, cars, pens, toothbrush.
Oh, that's me.
What he loves even more are those cliches he heard at the latest management seminar. Get your bath buckets ready, folks. The boss adores the fact that remarkably there's no I in team, and that he can't spell success without you, and that for him to assume would make an ass out of you and me.
That just sounds like a lazy boss, man. Just like,
but
that's my company, but they do everything.
Tell me you wouldn't want to work for that guy though. Because I know I would love to work for that guy. He likes designer clothes. He likes cars. He's flashy. So that means the work environment is great. The furniture is probably so good.
Yeah.
The people probably have like good,
it's
probably great, you know?
It's probably both of best worlds, man.
Yeah, it's probably both the best worlds. Like he's probably that boss who listens to the workers like, okay, what do you want? Like, or do you guys think it would be better if we did this? But then he's also that boss who expects perfection.
Yeah.
Because he's doing all of these things for you guys. So he expects perfection.
Yeah.
I think that's my type of boss, right there.
That is a boss that if I had to work for a boss, that would be a boss that I would work for. I would work for that boss. Like that is the guy that would be like, okay, Tato, what project are you guys working on now? We're working on this project. How much do you need? We need 23 million. Okay, fine. Here's 23 million. How much return investment am I going to receive? You're going to receive 46 million. Okay, fine. Here you go. In the next 12 months, I just want to see my 46 million.
And he's that guy.
He doesn't care how you even get it there.
Yeah. He could be illegal, legal. He just wants his money. He gave you 23 mil. You better bring it back.
That's somebody who knows like the teams that he has and the capabilities of his people. You see, if you know you got such a strong team, then you can afford to be that guy. But just don't take the risk to start being that guy and just suga because you F yourself up.
You see, that's the problem, man. And I can tell you something. With my first team that I had in the station, I had that similar problem. I was too accessible to them. I was too friendly towards them that even when I had to reprimand them,
didn't work out.
It didn't work out. It didn't work out. So now when I had to go into the second team, I tried to be a bit staunch, right? Now I was trying to be someone that I'm not now. Now I'm trying to be like, hard tattoo, right?
You're forced to be.
It worked also, but then it dimmed it down because at the end of the day, that wasn't my character. That wasn't who I am. And then came in with my third team. We with like the new team, like you guys and stuff like that. Where now it was basically me being able to actually marry both of them now. You know what I mean? Where I could actually be the body boss also at the same time. I could also be the scream at the same time. And I can also be, no, seriously, I can also be the scream at the same time. And I can also be a motivator at the same time. If I could mention maybe another point, I don't know if you mind. The first time that you had a disciplinary hearing.
Yeah.
You were supposed to be fired. I was supposed to fire you.
Yeah.
They hit you with a disciplinary hearing.
Like Ntato did the most, right? He screwed up like so much, bruh. But that was his first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But guess what? After that disciplinary hearing,
Became the best.
he became the best out of everyone.
Sorry, Ketiwe.
Look at Kitu. But he did.
Child, don't play yourself.
But he did. He was good. He was even better than you, bruh.
Don't
There was a
play
moment.
yourself.
There was a moment you guys had to you and Matthew had to lift up your socks because of the fact that Tato was
we had to lift
right
up
here.
our
I didn't
socks
see
because-
Tato coming. I don't think people saw Tato coming.
Yeah.
They didn't see you coming. He was an MVP for a moment. Everyone wanted Tato to be a vision mixer for their show.
Everyone. And I'm happy he's on the rush.
Oh, wait.
But anyway, so that was very interesting. Like, so for instance, if you had to right now maybe put it out there in terms of how that changed your direction of doing things.
Yeah. Okay. It made me. Like,
And what was said to you that
once-
made you do that?
It made me want to like change a better attitude, man. Have a more pleasant approach to the whole environment that I say that I love so much and I want to be here, a part of so much. You know, it made me have like more respect the vision more cautiously, not just say I love it, I want to be there, and just be rough and careless about things and getting them done, but getting them done in a messy way.
Yeah.
Now I had to be more dignified in my execution of things, you know, and there was a lot that was said to me, bro. You know, there was a lot. Yeah, I can't even remember it word for word, but it still echoes, man. Like every day when I just come down the stairs and I
still
know
remember
it's
it.
showtime, you know.
Yeah.
Be serious, man.
You know, another thing about being a good boss, man, from what we're talking about, like being a good boss is really how you speak to your employers. Like how you do things really matters little. Because your employers are really just there to get paid. They don't really care about you. So what you do doesn't matter. You just gotta pay them. But how you talk to them really affects what they do. For instance, you're talking about how you spoke to Ntato, right? And you motivated him, and he didn't look at it as you breaking him down and he wants to leave here. He looked at it as him trying to do better, right? I once had someone look at me and tell me that, well, if you were so good, then why are you still here?
I still remember that.
And I was like, whoa. You know, it hurt me so much because literally every time I sit down at home and I think about like where I want to be, I always go, damn, dude, you've really been doing this for 5 years. And none of these people have actually hit you up right now and said to you, yo, pull up. How, are you really that good then? And these are just the words of someone who is supposed to be building me up and making me better. But they did more damage thinking that they were
Can I tell you
good.
something about that?
Yeah.
You know, when you told me about that, I was like, if you're going to take that too heartedly, then you clearly do not know who Cookie is.
Don't say that.
Then you don't know who Cookie is. Bruh, there are people that have been in this industry, my friend, for like more than even 11 years. And who probably haven't even made a report like you have made. I've been in this industry, like maybe trying the radio side of the industry, right? I've been in the radio side of the industry for 11 years.
And how do you feel?
Yeah, fine. I did get a break at YFM.
Yeah.
Didn't work. Cut off out of that. Had to go down to UJFM.
Yeah.
Didn't work. Cut off of that. Got an opportunity at KFM. Didn't work.
Why?
Cut off of that.
Why?
It wasn't my time.
Yeah.
I clearly had to learn quite a lot of things first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then early this year, I received a phone call from a radio station at SABC to be like, yo, man, you want to come through? And because of the fact that that's what I'm saying, for the fact that's why even the way things were done, I'm so heartbroken about it, is because I took a risk of somewhere I always wanted to be at. And I was like, No, man, because right now I'm here and I'm working on this.
Yeah.
And I got everyone here needs me right now. And I have to choose between the two. Damn. I decided to choose on staying here to work on this dream.
Yeah.
Not my own dream, but a dream that's a collective one. So I became selfless about my own dreams.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just to find myself in a situation where it was like, okay, right now you would take all of those things and you harness all of those things. I can't go back now and be like, yo, man, listen, you still remember that offer? Does it still stand?
Yeah.
But I move forward because I do know that it's not my time. God has given a certain time in terms of the phrase. And I know that my responsibility, where I'm supposed to lie, he already knows. And right now, I'm like in a situation where there's quite a lot of things that are happening in my life right now where I don't even know where to choose or where to go. But I'm trying to choose the path because I know that I was made for this industry.
Sure.
Because I went out of this is the thing that will tell you about radio. Is that radio you can quit, but
You
it will
always
call you
come
back.
It will call you back.
It will call you back
I've
if you are
heard
meant
that.
for radio.
Jesus.
I've heard
And guess
that.
who told me that?
Who?
Bob Mavena.
Really?
Shit.
That guy was my
man,
mentor, bro. That guy,
Man, I had
that guy,
that guy
taught-
and spoke to him often.
that guy told me
Give me a
that.
spot.
Like I still remember, like even the first time that I met him was when I was working at Kai
Yeah.
FM, and then he went to Power FM as a station manager.
Yeah.
And I still remember when I met him even there at that time. It's like, nigga, what the hell is like? And this was a time where now we're starting with this station.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, man, I think you're starting like your own radio station. It's like, dude, you can't run away from this industry. You're clearly gonna swell back again in this industry. I was like, all right, chill. I haven't been doing voiceovers for almost 2 years now. Ever since I started here, I haven't even been doing voiceovers, none of that. My whole energy is
been on
basically
it.
beyond this and nothing else. Like I neglected even my other companies just for this.
Damn.
And
So-
guess what? Don't even
Division.
regret it.
Yeah.
Don't even regret it.
You going somewhere else would be an injustice to your vision.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I've quit
Respect
radio
for
to
that.
go work
It
in
takes
the
a lot,
office,
bro,
and
for
it wasn't
like
there.
anybody to stand up like that for what they believe in, man. It's not easy. It's not easy in this town. People take shit for granted, you know,
Yeah.
because they see the Beamer keys there. They think got it easy.
They see the
bruh,
Beamer keys, they see the
It's hard,
iPhone
nigga.
stream. They're like, I thought this too good.
It's
How
hard
comfy.
outside here.
It's comfy.
It's hard outside here. It's seriously hard outside
you
here,
know
my
what I mean?
kid.
It's not easy, man.
Yeah.
I got a comment here from Abdul Malik, who's like, my homies, what's pimping? Issue.
Hola, bro.
Coming through with another comment saying, no man can break me, fam. Nice one, my guy. And it's like self-made. That's what it's talking about. And it's like stay busy, stay working, stay above water. Achoo.
Yeah.
And then Abdul was like, this is my first time doing radio and 32. Is Abdul doing radio or where?
For real.
Ohio Roban. Yabo ukuthi nani ngizongifaka enkingeni nini?
Is Abdul next upstairs? Is he here?
Yabo labo bangifaka enkingeni amasibom. Because wasn't na email abaqedile bathi contract amthako guy. How do you have someone on air who doesn't even have a contract? They send me these emails.
Who's Abdul?
God, nna ke a mkaba Abdul ke mang.
Oh, mkaba.
Ya mkaba Abdul ke mang. And ke a mkaba ebile gore o tlisitswe ke mang.
Oh.
That's how we find king. Guys, you guys want to get me onto lawsuits, ne?
What up, Abdul? I think I know who it is.
You know what? Having a chat
You guys
about
want to
this
get me
the
onto
other day,
lawsuits.
we have to have a team building session to know who's
Who is
everyone.
who, bruh?
You know what I hate? You know what I hate when we're sitting up there and then everyone's like, sure, dude, I was watching your show and I'm like, who are you, man? It's always, yo, bro. Oh, hey, bro. Because I don't know their names. We need a freaking team building exercise here.
I think it was supposed to be a long time. But anyway, shout out to Abdul, by the way. Naked kid. I'm just kidding, man. He's been killing it, man. He's been having fire, actually. The drive show has been doing quite well with him around also. So shout out to him. And he's like, he just started doing radio and he's 32.
Yeah.
So Cookie, man, I'm going to tell you one thing, man. 5 years you've been in this industry, just 5 years of experience, man. You know, I don't know why, but they're sleeping on you.
They sleep.
I don't know why.
Even though you are sleeping on me.
I don't know why,
You can't
but they're
expect-
sleeping on you.
You can't expect the old man to know what the future looks like.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's
He
why.
ready.
That's
He
why.
ready.
That's why. For me, this is like one of those nice things when things like that happen. Because me, it's like, oh, these are the untapped talent that people don't want to take serious. Okay,
I'm here.
Chatela mina, zenzela team yami. Some sense UEFA Champions League.
Oh,
Some sense Super League. And that's seriously, that's what I'm talking about right there, my king. You know what I mean? I mean, if we had to think about it, even on the station, from everyone that's basically been on the station, right? The talent that the station has is crazy.
For sure.
But very undermined. Very undermined by not just people out there, undermined by even people within here, undermined by even themselves also.
Yeah,
they even undermine themselves. And my biggest thing was that I just wanted to show you, don't undermine your talent, dog.
True.
Don't undermine your talent. Don't let anyone undermine your talent. You're gonna let people undermine your talent. Don't let people undermine your talent. No one has the right to tell you how your talent needs to lie when it comes to the radio industry. It is you. It is your representation. But you know, if you're going to a specific radio station, you know what's their stance, right? Yeah. But you're going to work on their stance. But that station is going to take you because of your personality. They don't take you because of what you are. It's not an act. This is not a freaking act. This is radio. This is pure. It's not an act. It's not a script thing. You don't script radio.
This ain't scripted right now.
You don't script radio.
From the heart right now.
Yeah. No, man. F that, man. Baby. You don't script radio. You cannot script radio, dog. Radio is supposed, that's why people love radio, because it's supposed to be spontaneous. It's supposed to be something that harnesses and comes out from your mind, also from whatever it is that you guys are talking about. And that's how people actually respect a personality. It's because of their own opinion. It's your own opinion. You do know that you're speaking to 150,000 people with different personalities.
But you gotta treat them as one.
Yeah. And those people listening to you, they listen to you because of your personality. Cookie, we like Cookie because Cookie's a crazy mofo. That's why people like Fresh. These are people that I've basically had conversations with. These are people that have taught me what radio is. You cannot be, and I'm gonna actually use someone else as an example, also perfect example is Dineo. Dineo Ranaka. Like Dineo Ranaka was my first time I was on air. Was on Dineo Ranaka's show. It was my first time speaking behind the mic. I was doing like my training. I was doing my training. So she heard me speak in the DJ prep. It's like, yeah, nigga, you gotta come through and just say hi. You know what I mean? So and that was the week that she was leaving. One of the things that I know about Dineo is that Dineo is the same person on air and off air.
Yeah,
true.
Whether she even moved from why she went to Metro, it was still Dineo. DJ Fresh. How many times has Fresh been moving from one? And he's still the same person. He doesn't go to Metro FM and be like, hey, because now it's Metro FM, I gotta be a different person. It's still him. It's just that right now his content is going to be different. It's going to be skewed towards Metro FM, his listeners.
Yeah.
But you can't change a person out of their personality, bro.
True.
That's coming with quotables too.
You can't change a person out of their personality. It's radio, guys. These things are not scripted. I see TVs, Lucy.
Real life, dog.
This is real life.
Damn, what a conversation.
Yes, it's real life. I even know maybe Linus, I think like right now, it probably might spray up to something else where someone might come to me and it's like, why did you do that?
Yeah. It's unscripted. I can't help it.
Are you really going to ask me why? This is radio, man. I'm creating content. Look at how many comments I'm having now with people because we are having something genuine.
Yeah.
At first, when I was talking about something else, people were not even commenting. Look at how many people are viewing right now because we are talking about something that's real.
Yeah.
You always think that you know what people want. Nah, you don't know what we want. You don't know what we want. You think you know what people want. When you're papa,
spicy. I'm thinking, I started shaking in my boots because of you. I'm like, yo. Oh no. Truth sometimes is very hard to accept.
Man, you know? I got some comments also coming through here from the streeters also. We got one from Abdul. Abdul's like, the energy is too much. And then you also got Abdul's like, I'm on fire, bro. Okay, Abdul's calling himself. Yeah. What's your number again? Let us also call you.
Yeah, let us call you. Because you are calling.
This guy's out here mailing himself. And then we got Wisdom Global also, who's basically laughing. And then with Abdul again saying, we're putting in work, fam, all day, every day. And then Abdul also with another one says, I got mad laugh for y'all, family. And then another one from Wisdom. You can take this one also, buddy.
I can't see it.
You can't see it, Shem. So I totally agree. If you don't have self-belief or confidence, you just end up doubting everything you do.
Yeah.
Facts. Because you'll never be good enough for yourself.
You'll never
be good enough.
You'll never.
You're full of self-doubt.
Exactly my point. And self-doubt won't take you anywhere, man. And that's why I'm saying don't ever let anyone bring self-doubt to you. Like give you self-doubt. Like the only reason you have self-doubt is because of that person's comment.
You were listening.
Don't you ever do that?
Listening to someone. You were listening to someone.
Yeah.
And you know what? You spoke about the talent that we've had.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And I remember when I started working here, bro. Everyone was so dope. Like, stress. I think the lineup
was crazy, man.
I was kind of stressed out because like everyone was so good.
Yeah.
Like breakfast, the draft, heat. And then I was told that you gotta handle the rush. I'm like, are they sure? Me had to work with these people. And then one by one, everyone just started leaving. You know, everyone, and they didn't leave because they wanted to. They had like some really negative comments. Everyone was just down in the dumps. And I'm pretty sure thinking about, I suck, eh? Like I really couldn't get that station going. All because of damn, almost hit horrible boss.
Impatience, you know, people are just rushing for the finish line where like the race is not even run yet. Sometimes you just gotta take that journey.
It's a journey, man. And you know what's the thing, man? It's whenever you start comparing your success story to someone else, you're already defeating yourself. Once you start doing that, once you start comparing your success with someone else's, your success story with someone else's, you're already defeated.
Yeah, you can't compare your chapter 4 to somebody's chapter 15.
You are already defeated. You know? Because one thing I can tell you is that another person's success story is not going to be the same as yours.
Yeah.
It might have, it might have taken Fresh maybe a year to get to Y, and it takes you 10 years to get to Y. But when you get to Y, got 10 years ill. You already been simmered. You're already more matured. You are basically like a big advocate. When you get to Y, he had to start to graveyard. When you get to Y, you start instantly breakfast.
Let's go!
You get what I'm saying? You're already a treasure already. You get what I'm saying?
This man's helping me out, yo. It's just, what is it? Today's just Thursday. Why am I? Oh, Tato.
But it's the chat, my boy. It's the chat. It's like it's the chat, man. Like you could wait 6 years, right, to get that first car that you always wanted, right? And it takes Ntato a year to get that car. Don't compare your 6 years with Ntato's 1 year. Or you know what I mean? Yeah. Your 6 years of getting that car, when you get that car, do you know how appreciative you're gonna be of that car?
I'm gonna love it, man.
And you know how dope that car is gonna look like with you sitting in it.
I got it myself.
Nobody can do it like you.
It's not a rush thing, man. Like you should never rush in life. Like own race, own pace.
Yeah.
But I remember my first radio job, right? We had this industry veteran. He managed 5FM and 947, and they brought him in there at Boston so that he could like make the station get better quickly, right? And I remember
who's that person? Do I know that person?
Yeah,
I probably know that person.
His name is Tim's uncle.
Oh, Tim's uncle.
Yeah, Tim's uncle.
Yeah, I know Tim's uncle.
So we were having a meeting, and Tim was like,
that guy's dope, by the way.
Too dope. I feel like I am who I am because a little bit of him is still ringing in the back of my head.
Yeah.
He said to me, if Kutlwano, you turn 28, right?
Okay, just hold on. Ketiwe, you and that person of yours. Joe. We don't even know who you are, dog. Joe. Since that piece, that's fine. You are distracting her. She's not focusing. Look, he looks confused. Nigga, end that thing. She's working. Yeah, you were saying, dog.
Yeah. So he said that if you're 28 and you're still chasing for commercial radio, or if you're 28 and you're still running around in community radio, going to commercial, he was like, forget the dream, leave it alone.
Yeah.
And I know that's probably one of the worst advice he's ever given me. But Ginkile is so serious, and I told myself that if by 27 I'm still hustling and I'm still pushing to make it to main radio, bank, post office or something, like I'm dropping, like, because who wants to listen to?
But you're always gonna come back, bro.
Ash,
bro, you can't run away from this,
bro.
Dude,
this is a calling, though.
It is. Can I tell you something about what you just mentioned right now? And I like that because we always put like a specific age and a time frame for our success. Is that I once told myself that by the time I reach 30, I should at least have roughly 20 M in my account. I feel like I'm a failure according to that.
No,
you know what I mean?
20 M is a lot.
Listen, because the reason why is because at the time when I was saying that, I was 19 years of age. I was like one of the hardest things that were coming up.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, there's this young man with this,
It's dope.
it's dope. This kid, man, he's good. He's from Boston Media House.
Yo,
They talking a lot about him. I mean, my first gig was at YFM. My first radio gig was at YFM. So already, all of that pressure was already there. And to me, I'm like, man, and I'm already doing voiceovers, and I'm doing like hella big voiceovers. You know what I mean? And I'm like, by the time I reach 30, I need to have my own company where my own family can actually work in that company, and I need to have at least 20 M in the account. I'm 29 years of age.
How close are you to 20 million, Tato? You've got a couple of months, bro.
Dude, I know.
You've got a couple of months, Tato. It's
even
possible.
about that,
How
though.
come?
But it's not about it's like
what you've gained through
Yeah,
your
of
journey
course.
ever
Yeah.
since
It's
you've been
gained a
telling
lot
yourself
more.
that,
Yeah,
and you still have that ambition, bruh.
Yeah.
So you will still make it. That's
Yeah.
what counts in the end,
So the point that I'm trying to prove, my boy, is that out of what you just said, that you said that about 27 you should already be on mainstream.
Yeah.
Is that at the end of the day, you know what we do? We end up saying that you don't have your future in your hand. That's one thing I can tell you. You can pave your road, but the only person that knows what's in that road is God.
Yeah.
You can say that no, Kishapaka N1, I am going to Cape Town.
Kanti,
But then God is like, nah, nigga, actually, you're not supposed to be in Cape Town. You're supposed to be in Miami.
you gotta be Miami. So
the only way you're gonna go to Miami, dog,
fly, bro.
is that you're gonna have to fly. And a ticket is more expensive than the petrol.
Yeah,
So you're gonna have to go through a lot.
damn.
Pause. Someone on Twitter said, guys, let's not romanticize suffering, right? Because someone tweeted a picture of a girl who's climbing a rope,
Yeah.
and then another girl who's climbing a rope with glass. They're both going up, but the hand with the glass rope, she's getting cut, but she's still going up, right? So her tweet was, guys, no matter the challenges, siyofika, right? No matter the challenges, siyofika. That girl was like, please stop romanticizing the struggle. Not all of us are meant to struggle and then make it. Some of us are going to struggle and never make it.
Yeah.
And some of us are never going to struggle and we're probably going to make it in life,
way.
Yeah. So like, damn, I feel like my issue also, and it's really reflecting on the generation that we live in. Social media plays such a big part in how we think. Because I'm on Twitter, I'm looking at Nasty C, who's 23. Nasty C is chilling, who's 24. He's chilling in the USA with all these celebrities. You know who else is 24? I'm 24. I look at Aries. Aries is doing his best things, at how old is he? 25, 24?
So you guys are around about the same age. 25.
They live in their best lives. Elaine is 24 also. She's in freaking USA. You know? But if I were to switch off my phone and live my best life, bro, everyone around me is just living okay. So the issue is social media here and putting bad ideas into everyone's minds.
Yeah, because you look at those things, man. You look at the level of success that your age group is currently at. Like I was also a victim of that. And I received an advice from like my priestess, and the advice that she gave me also, man, like it gave me a different look, man. It gave me a third eye. I was going through the most also about like every single situation that was happening. That's why like right now I can because it took me out of that. It was one of those things of like saying the biggest fear that I have is failure. That's my fear. And they're like, but you shouldn't fear failure. You shouldn't fear anything. If you put him first,
he's got you.
Yeah.
Forget anything else, man.
Everything will work.
And I know like a lot of people are not religious in that way, but like I think anyone can find their own spirituality. It's basically finding your own spirituality and rather focusing on your spirituality more than anything else. Because when your spirituality is aligned with what you are currently doing, nothing is gonna go wrong.
Nothing.
So it's one of those things, man. Like it's sometimes you must understand one thing, bro. Like if I have to give you an example, I'll give you an example right now. You got people like how you mentioned, like about Aries and Nasty. It's not as if with Manche, I am wishing bad on them. So here's Aries, here's Nasty C, here's Cookie Monster, right? Right now, these two are currently doing the most. They're killing it, right? They turn 50, 60, they pass on. 70, 80, they pass on. Their name and their music still there's like, because the music is still there. Now, Cookie, there's his life. He starts becoming successful at 30. right? He starts building an empire at 30, right? In his empire building on 30, he ends up maybe running a big mogul company that's called Cookie. You know what I mean? He passes on.
Yeah.
Generation after generation, that building is still standing.
And
Generation after generation, that building is still standing. Cookie is still spoken about. Generation after generation. And then the other two, their names fade off. The thing is, where do you put yourself? Do you want to leave behind a legacy, or do you want to live a rich life?
Damn. Tato, don't put me in such a hot spot, bro.
Yeah.
I want both. But anyway,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah,
the
you
legacy.
want, yeah.
Of course, the legacy.
You can have both. You know what I mean?
want.
You know what I mean? Like let Cookie be that guy, man. You know what I mean? The guy that the young radio jockeys that are coming up are currently still talking about. Man, no, Cookie is like,
I'm trying to be that Cookie when
you know
I
what
grow
I mean?
up. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean? But the story of Cookie is different.
To everyone else's story.
We take this clip and we take just that part. Like, listen to him. This is what he was saying.
Yeah.
He wasn't even.
Please, you must remind me of this date. Oh my God, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna write it on my wall. So that when I pop, as soon as I pop, I'm gonna search for this video. Search for it. Guys, I was talking all of this shit on air, man.
Yeah.
I had no faith, man. But hey, guess who's here now?
Exactly.
I'm gonna remember this.
Exactly, my
I'm gonna
king.
remember this.
Anyway, guys.
On race, on pace, remember.
Yep. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. That was very interesting. We were talking about different type of bosses, and then
Quite
obviously
touching.
we ended up touching on success also in terms of
Yeah.
our success stories and roads of success also that differ for each and every single individual. So not to just forget, man. Let me just close down in terms of the different kind of bosses they are. There's the body boss.
The body boss.
Yeah, the body boss wants to be your friend, not your superior.
Don't be friends with the body boss.
That
Why not?
Don't be
that sounds
friends.
like me though.
Yeah, why not?
Don't be friends with the body boss.
Why not?
Don't-
Cookie, let's
I
smoke.
blind. Yeah, I think Tato sees my WhatsApp statuses, and he's the only one at work. Everyone else doesn't.
Yeah.
Because we work together.
Yeah.
We're not friends like that yet. Yeah? And not in a bad way. The reason why I'm like this is there was a time I said something like, I don't want to go to work. I'm sick, right? I'm sick. But I was just being a cool kid because I was just drunk the night before.
Yeah.
So I put that on my WhatsApp status, and then the guys at work, right? And I'm thinking, well, boys, bala, ha, 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 ha. Then they get to work, and then they tell the manager that, yo, Cookie didn't come because Cookie's drunk. Da, 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 da. I got in trouble for that. I got a warning, all of that. Da, da, da. So I decided from there on that people I work with are just colleagues.
Yeah.
They're not your friends. Your boss is even worse. Now imagine your boss sees you drinking Hennessy straight from the bottle, and then on Monday you have to come in and be a good employee there. He's not going to see the same.
Yeah.
So rather you don't see me. Don't be friends with your boss. It's
Well,
just my opinion.
Hey, Silva, you heard that, dog.
So you wouldn't work with you wouldn't work for your homie?
I've told him straight that no, I wouldn't.
Well, that's the thing. He's got what?
You wouldn't work for your homie?
Man, if my homies could do that for me, why couldn't I?
You know what I mean?
The thing- You know what? Yeah, I'm saying this is a personality thing, man. Like, one thing that my homies need to know is that, like, why do I always tell you when you walk into that building, when you walk into that door, friendship
out the window.
Yeah.
Out the window.
You know
Stays
what I mean?
outside.
Stays outside.
Yeah.
But when we walk out, my boy,
Pick it up.
Sure.
again.
my boy, let's go get lit.
Let's go.
Let's
Get lit.
go get
Let's
lit.
go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But once we go back into that box, if maybe for instance you had like a night, like a crazy night, the advantage, I'll tell you the advantage of a buddy boss. Yeah? Buddy boss. Advantage and disadvantage. Advantage is that you're with him that weekend when you were lit.
Yeah.
Right? Advantage is like, yo, dog, oh bro, I was so lit tomorrow that I don't think I'll be able to come through or something. I'll work from home.
Yeah.
And then as long as you get that assignment done, I just want that assignment
Yeah.
done.
Advantage.
That's the advantage. Disadvantage is that, yes, this is the disadvantage onto the boss now. I don't think there's a disadvantage from the employee that I would think of, right?
Yeah.
Disadvantage is from the boss's point of view, right? Because if I'm gonna buddy you, obviously if I see your status and you start to tell me that you were sick and stuff like that, then that means we were not buddies. Because if we're buddies, you would tell me, yo, dog, I'm gonna go get lit. And then even if I would see it, I'm like, oh, I would understand. You know what I mean? But now for the boss's side is you now as the friend taking advantage of the fact that he's your boss, is your friend, and is your boss.
Yeah.
Now
Right.
you are doing this weekend thing.
Well, abuse.
Constantly.
You're abusing
You're
it.
abusing
You know,
it.
you think you can walk over anyone because you and the boss are friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That for me,
You're
that's the cap.
ruining it.
There'll be
That's
no
the cap.
more drawing
Yeah.
the line and
That's-
There's
shit.
no
you know what I
drawing
mean?
the line.
Yeah.
That's why I don't. You see, I could be friends with my boss, ne?
Mm.
But I wouldn't work for you. The reason being is, ne, I've got like this monumental ego. My ego is the size of this room, probably bigger. Ne?
Mhm. Yeah, it
Now,
is.
if
I couldn't breathe when he walked in.
Yeah, my ego is huge, bro.
Almost suffocated.
So now if I have to like look at you right now, bro, we talk rough to each other. They have to look. I have to talk to you with respect. And I'm like, entitled dog, this, that. I can't do that. My pride is really
It
gonna.
doesn't mean that, you know.
No. You're my boss, bro. Like when I'm at work, I have to talk with you with respect because you're a role higher than me.
Yeah,
But
I'm a
that's my
different
boy.
type of nigga,
You're my
man.
boy. I
Mm,
can say some very abusive stuff to you, and you can't fight me back. We are boys.
Yeah.
My issues. I'm a very playful person. I have a hard time differentiating between stuff like this.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
can
gonna
vouch
have a
that.
very hard time knowing that. Okay, this is not your friend Untitled. This is your boss Untitled now.
Yeah.
This is why I don't want to work for my friend.
Yeah.
Someone else, yeah.
Yeah.
But my friend, nah.
I like how you put that. At least you just justified yourself also. you
Yeah.
know.
It's clean.
So clean, man. So regardless of what happens, man, you're not getting hired by
Oh no!
Is that the case? Is that what
Oh
you're saying?
no! I was joking.
Yeah, I'm just
Don't
joking.
say
It's
no
just for
CGs,
radio.
nigga.
It's just for radio.
But you
It's
said
some
it's reality.
content. It's a we lied. We lied.
You said it was reality though, just a few minutes ago.
Tell me you're creating content. That's it, my boy.
Oh, we lied.
You're
We
creating
lied.
content.
We're creating content, bro. Yo,
Anyway, and here's another one: the 2-minute boss. The 2-minute boss is a cross between a god boss and a world on his shoulder boss. He impulsively demands control over situations. What have you done when I was on vacation? He asks those kind of questions and then cuts off your answer 2 minutes in because he doesn't have time to discuss it. He frequently yet randomly asks you to write reports on your progress, but will rarely remember that he's asked that. The 2-minute boss constantly gives the impression that he is way too busy to bother with details. His head is always somewhere else, somewhere more important. Working for this boss is an exercise in the art of speaking concisely. Try to fit everything you have to say in a 2-minute time frame and see what happens.
have you guys worked for such a
Yeah, I
person?
But you
Yeah,
know
bro.
that sounds like Matthew.
Nah, Matthew
Right.
Ungon.
No.
Matthew Ungon, bro. Nah, I'm not gonna expose you, King. Haha, I just did. There's some guy that some programs manager, you know?
Mm.
At my first not commercial, it's a community radio station, but like it's big.
Mm.
Apparently, like everyone starts there. Nah.
Apparently, everyone starts.
Not
there.
everyone, but like most like big people in the industry started at that stupid radio station.
Okay, is it UJ?
It's not UJ.
Is it Trans?
It's not trans.
Is it
It starts with an A.
starts with an A?
Yeah.
Asshole FM.
Definitely not that one. Definitely not that one.
Come on.
But you were close.
Africa.
No.
What?
Is it not Alex?
Oh, Alex
Alex.
FM.
Alex
yeah,
FM.
Yeah.
So the programs manager there, right? I had a job there.
Yeah.
Niksha radio at shift. 12 a.m. until 3 a.m.
Mm.
every Friday and Saturday.
Mm.
I used to skip the Pia and Basari
Just to go
just
do
so
the
I
show.
can do this job.
I hated those shifts.
I hated it so much.
Mhm.
There's one time I was like, I really don't feel appreciated here. So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go to work, right? I didn't go to work first week. Then I didn't go to work second week. Then I didn't go to work third week. And then I didn't go to work for the fourth week.
So the whole month.
After the fourth week, I was like, these people didn't call me. They didn't text to find out
Do they even listen to the
They
show?
don't
Did
even
they
care.
listen. I was so shook, nah. And then I remember Katoka Monday and I
Yeah.
went to King.
Yeah.
Katoka on a Monday and I went to King and I spoke to King. I was like, yo, bro, I haven't been coming to work
Yeah.
for like 4 weeks. And he was like, oh, for real? And I was like, what? For real? You're the boss.
Mhm.
And then I told him same time, like, nah, man. Thank you
I
so
ain't
much.
about that life.
I ain't about
Damn.
that life. Thank you so much. And I resigned and I left. That's literally the worst boss ever who never thinks about the people.
Yeah.
Worst.
And here's another one also
Yeah,
that we got, the
wonderful.
patronizing boss. Now, the patronizing boss is an old school material. he built the company from the ground up.
Dope.
In fact, he made the chair you are sitting in. You, as an underlining, need his holiness guidance to see yourself through the most mundane and simple of tasks. And then he also helps, however, always leads to you. And you also guys that with trouble. How to deal with the king of this, it's a different story. Patronizing boss. And then we got another one also, number 17, the idiot boss.
The idiot boss.
Yeah. Now, the idiot boss is characterized by cluelessness and stupidity. It is as if he just walked into the office yesterday and started running it yesterday.
So he's those trust fund babies who got money and decided that, you know what?
I'm gonna
start a business.
Yeah.
And then
Then they're gonna run the shit down.
Yeah. And then you got another one also, which is the lone wolf boss. Now, the lone wolf boss is prefers to ride solo, right? He stays in his office and works from home, avoiding human contact, especially employee interaction. He could be a tech whiz who was promoted based on his outstanding hard skills, but he is not necessarily a people's person.
I was literally
That's like Zuckerberg kind of thing.
I was gonna talk about who's this Jack, the owner of Twitter.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't like to be within the team. He also he has a secluded house, right? Where beside anyone besides no one besides his PA knows where the house is. You know? Jack is that hard. He doesn't want people to. This man created Twitter. He connects us, but he wants to be disconnected. That's how deep he is.
But that is actually that is boss. That is boss also. Because now that's the thing. If he doesn't have contact with a lot of people, and he's just focusing basically on just making sure that it's either upgrading Twitter, you know what I mean, or he's basically bringing up like new stance in terms of that.
Could it just be that he knows how dangerous his software is?
Maybe but he just doesn't care about
I don't think it's that, man. Like the lone wolf boss, the lone wolf boss, they exist, right? There's so many lone wolf boss, right? Like they exist, they just chill in their corner, they do whatever they have to do. Someone just does everything for them. So basically, they come back with feedback from the office. You never even, when you see this guy in the office, in the office, you're like,
you're shook. Like, he's here. What is he doing here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the lone wolf boss. And then we got the perfectionist. Yes, now the perfectionist is a micromanager who likes to control all of the employees' work.
No, boss, get off me. Damn, I'm not gonna stop, bro. What's wrong?
The behavior is obsessive and leaves you with very little trust in your own abilities. Over time, you'll learn that nothing you'll do will ever be good enough for him. Instead of losing all motivation, learn to work for yourself and your own standards. At one point, sit down with your boss and ask him to explain his expectations. Even put them in writing so you both can get onto the same page. Perfectionist bosses. Those
not the one.
Those bosses, I think, would work much better maybe at, I don't know, like I think there are industries for certain bosses
like that.
You know what I mean?
Like
so for the perfectionist, for instance, I prefer a perfectionist in soccer.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
In soccer makes
in
sense.
soccer, you get what I'm saying? If you have like someone like how Joan Laporta, the Barcelona president.
Yeah.
That guy's always hands-on. Usually a president of a soccer team never speaks to the soccer players.
Yeah.
Like there's that distance. You know what I mean? But now this guy goes and sits with you at home, watches your games with you. And it's like, but I think man, you could have acted like this.
Better.
You know, you could have reacted like that. You could have done that. You know what I mean? And I think when it comes to the perfectionist, also there's an approach. There's a certain way where you go through the approach. Where you're like, okay, the approach is it's chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like there's different industries for each.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
certain industries, you would have certain industries. It's a total no.
In the music industry, it would be perfect to have perfection bosses.
Yeah.
People like that only make, like Dr. Dre's a perfectionist.
Yes, he's a perfectionist when it comes to that. Dr. Dre will give you like the most fantastic sound if he's involved in it. And that's why we always tell you that I only create classic music. You never find Dr. Dre saying that, someone called him and they asked Dre to actually create a beat for them. And then Dre's like, here's a beat. No, Dre's like, I create a beat and then I call you.
Yeah.
Come
jump on my beat. You know what I mean? I'm making myself exclusive. He's making himself stand out from the rest of the people. And he is a perfectionist. When I was watching the series, if you guys watch what you call this what you call one-on-one, was it one or the one? The documentary series, yes, the 4-episode documentary series.
There's other one on Netflix, man.
That's the one you're talking about. The one that he talks about how he became a billionaire, all those kind of. That's the one you're talking about. So if you listen to that story, bruh, you listen to the risks also that he took, where he was also being downplayed when he basically started also, and he had to take a risk with Eminem, bruh. Eminem, no one wanted to touch him.
Yeah,
but because he's
for obvious reasons.
Yes. But now, because he's such a perfectionist, and Eminem's also a perfectionist, and Eminem didn't mind the fact that you create the album with them together, and they will actually harness this thing. That's what they did. And guess what happened after that?
Classics only. But Tato, in conclusion, I'm listening to the bosses that I caught you talking about. It sounds like there's no good boss out there. It just sounds like you have to find one and just stick with it. You know, just maintain it. My mom always told me, "Auna motho o, auna le right. We're not trying to utabele gore wa gola." You know, there's no good boss out there. Just be happy that you have something to earn. And I was like, "No, mommy, that's not the mentality I need in my life. Get out of here with that one." But like in conclusion, like it don't sound like there are any good bosses out there.
You know what? I feel like every industry has its own specific one, and when it comes to that, man. There's always going to be a flaw. You can never have a perfect boss. If you feel like you're a perfect boss, get out of here. Then you don't even know yourself. You know what I mean? Because there's always going to be somewhat of a flaw, because you can't make everyone happy. You're going to try and make everyone happy. There's someone that's going to lack in something. But the biggest thing is that where you're trying to go, where you're trying to get it. And the soldiers also, they're going to be fighting for you to get there. Those are the people that also matter quite a lot. And that's the thing about people. They don't understand that those people are the ones that you need to harness. Because if you don't harness that, how the hell are you going to build a tower without the hands of labor to build that tower? You can't. You need people. You know what I mean? That's why there's always that saying, umuntu ngabantu, which translates in English, no one is a one-man island. You can never be a one-man island.
A person is a person from other people.
That's a direct translation. Anyway, we have the last two guys before we wrap up.
From other people.
Let's wrap up on this, guys. We're talking about the type of bosses today. Shout out to each and every single person that's been joining us. It's exactly 9:57 right now, and we're about to close in. So the last one that we have, the second last one, is the eccentric boss. Now, the eccentric boss has unrealistic expectations of his staff. He has a unique way of completing his work and expects his employees to work in the same manner.
Can we call that confused optimism, like having unrealistic expectations because you're looking forward to seeing something good from your people, but you just like so unrealistic. Like,
you know how they're gonna do it. You know how that one works. I think that one works in the sense of like, if I know that my standard is like, this is how I work. You know, this is maybe my biggest skill, for instance, is doing voiceovers flawlessly, and I'm expecting everyone to do voiceovers flawlessly. You get what I'm saying? Instead of me maybe finding out that no, Ntato doesn't know how to do voiceovers, but he can sing. So how about we let him sing the voiceover?
Okay.
The jingle or something.
You get what I'm saying? So the eccentric boss actually, they look at themselves and they want everyone to work in the same skill set manner than they are working in. So they would never look at your strengths. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And focus on your strengths and stuff like that. They never look at that. They want to look at how they work. And that's it. It's their standard, and that's it. And then we have the last one, guys. Before we close in, do not forget the Melville Rush is coming through. Oh no, it's not. Like that shake.
Oh no, it is.
Like
it is. Go on.
Is it?
Go on.
Is it?
Have to go on there. Have to go on there.
Hey man, there's no script. This is radio, man. Anyway, the 21st, the last one, guys, is the Great Boss. The Great Boss, the supportive motivator, the boss who treats everyone with fairness regardless of politics. He communicates, keeps an open door policy, encourages others to follow suit. He leads by example, provides superior training and a positive work environment. He has vision. He's not afraid. He does not scream. He coaches his staff. And when employees leave, they will talk about him for years to come.
Were you actually reading that? Because that sounds made up.
Like,
it's not made up.
I know a guy like this.
The Great Boss.
The Great Boss.
Okay.
I feel like there's only a few of them, honestly. I don't think there's a lot of great bosses out there.
There can only be so much.
And out there, if a person actually has that, if you have that and you don't see it,
yeah. Shout out to Clive Morris.
Oh yeah, Clive
He's
Morris.
one of those guys. Definitely.
He's very good when it comes to that. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us. It is exactly 10 o'clock. That means it is time for us to say goodbye. 10 o'clock Central African time, the 29th of April, 2021. That was Melville Street's 2.1 Breakfast Show with your boy Tato Malindi. Thank you very much to Untitled for joining me. And also my boy Cookie Monster. Big up to you, big up to you. And how can I forget none other than the third lady? The third lady.
Miss Baby.
Yeah, Miss Graffiti.
Stop.
So many nicknames in a minute.
Damn.
Anyway, shout out to you guys. We'll check you guys straight after this. It's Melville Rise coming through. Do not forget Melville Drive also coming through right after that. This is Melville Street. Do not forget to join us also on YouTube. We are back on YouTube. Go on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh,
check the high standard quality.
Subscribe, follow, like, and share.
Yeah,
We out
man.
here.
Yeah, man. I love Melville.live. Shout out.
Shout out.
Thank you. Have a good day. Stay blessed, y'all.
And you're out.
What?